Hi, Brownie, Shep. Here's a new video for you. Come on, let's go. No BS diaper reviews. Brownie, Shep, the doggo. He's brown and he's cute. He's the puppy king. He's fair but true. When it comes to padding, he's a good boy you can bet. So get ready, get set. It's your friend, Brownie, Shep.
Hey there, fellow littles and pups. I'm your host, Brownie Shepherd, and welcome to another No BS Diaper Review, where the only BS is me, Brownie Shepherd. I've got my favorite plush, and I've got my favorite sippy cup, so without further ado, let's talk about another padding product. So today, on episode 148 of No BS Diaper Reviews, with me, Brownie Shepherd, we're going to be talking about Tykables again, and this is a print that is kind of interesting. So I'm going to get into it and grab the baggie. It's been out for a little while. I actually picked these up at Capcom 2024, believe it or not. And there's been a lot of diapers coming out over the past year or so, so I've been kind of just sitting on them for a while. But in any case, though, this is the Potty Monster. So you see Potty Monster in green and orange, and you kind of have the purple baggie, and, you know, Tykables is in blue, so I'm kind of liking that. A lot of times it's in white, but I actually like that it's in blue. And so you do not have a checklist on this one, just know that. And this is basically kind of the side where it would show like the little, you know, note there, which you can kind of see, and then you have the back with the information. And I believe this is Tommy. It says "and the gang," but I don't know the name of the gang characters, and I can't really find that on Tykables' website, so sorry. But you know, maybe someday they'll announce the other members of the gang, or maybe it's just somewhere my puppy brain can't find it. But in any case, though, these are large. It's 10 bag. You can see that like normal. And you got Tommy there kind of holding on to a pipe, and I don't know what they are. I don't know. They look kind of like maybe a troll, maybe a Durgan imp sort of kind of thing. I don't know, but they're kind of green. So yeah, without further ado, we're going to open this up and see what on earth we find, because I'm intrigued about these. So, here's the first print, and this is Tommy on this one. Again, I'm pretty sure. And so yeah, because it's the same character that's on the front of the diaper bag. And so yeah, so you got him, and they got, you know, their blue little backpack and their blue little flashlight. And there's kind of this pipe at the bottom, the landing zone rather. And as you go down, you can see you kind of have these green splotches that kind of go along the lines of the crotch, and those are a wetness indicator. So those do fade when wet. So that's kind of a cute little aesthetic. And I don't know what that is coming out of the pipe. It's green sludge, but we have some green Jello in the kitchen, and yeah, I'm probably going to be eating that tonight, and I'm probably not going to be thinking about this diaper at that point. I'm going to try not to think about all that. Yeah, so this diaper is like the Animus, actually. It is cloth back, and you can kind of hear that. That's just really cool. I like the cloth back. It's really quiet, really discreet, and I definitely like that. So yeah, and then on the butt, you have Tommy saying hi again, but they're a little bigger this time, big Tommy, and they're kind of there on your butt, and they're going, hey, you know, they're kind of resting on the pipe there. So that's just kind of interesting. So these are positional print for sure, and fade when wet. So that's two cool things to look at, and they're cloth back. So without further ado, we're going to get into the second print, because I hear that there's like 4 or 5 prints of this one. So here's the second print, and this one, you got one with just little yellow scruff hairs. I'm not gonna lie, I just have to point it out. The leader's name is Tommy, and I'm a 90s baby, so this kind of gives me Angelica vibes because of the purple backpack and the purple flashlight. We'll see if that continues on, but I'm kind of getting that vibe just a slight. Obviously, it's nowhere near copyright infringement. I just want to point it out because I think it's funny. But yeah, this one's kind of got an unknown character. I don't know what their name is, but anyway, so you kind of have the same thing with the wetness indicator. And yes, Tommy's on the back of all of them. And these are interesting because all of them actually, like, as you can kind of see, like here, like on the inner leg cuffs, they kind of have the piping is kind of what they do. So that's kind of cool too. That's kind of a cool little indicator thingy. So yeah, these are a 7,500 milliliter capacity diaper too. So they're definitely going to keep you dry for a while, so that you don't have to visit the potty monsters, so to speak. So yeah, without further ado, I'm going to show you the third print and see what else we can find. So this is the third print, and you got pink hair, pink shirt, pink shoes, and a blue backpack, and a gray flashlight. And I think, I almost called them Angelica, but the one right before this one that I showed you with the yellow hair, I think they may have been with the gray flashlight too. So just a little mishap, but what do you know? I'm a puppy. Maybe I'm colorblind. I don't know. But anyway, this one with the pink and with a little bit of blue kind of gives me a little bit of Lil vibes, maybe? I don't know. I think I'm extending it a little far, but who knows, maybe. But it's kind of interesting, for sure. These little kind of Durgan imp sort of monster creatures thingies, but little gremlins. But yeah, so you can see that it's basically kind of the same throughout. Still has Tommy on the butt. Here we go. These are hook and loop tapes, so 1, 2, 3, and 4. That's what the tapes are for, and they are not adhesive. They are the hook and loop, and so they basically Velcro. You know, so that way you can readjust them, and that's actually really nice. I actually like that on most Tykables diapers pretty much over the past handful of years. They've all been that way, and I just absolutely like that because then you can adjust it and readjust it and make it how you like. So yeah, that's sort of an interesting print. I'm curious to see what we got up next. I don't even know what to expect on these. So this fourth print has a brown shirt and brown shoes, blue hair and a blue backpack, and a purple blankie kind of sticking out there, and is holding on to a green vine. So I'm not gonna lie, this one has absolutely thrown my Rugrats personification out of the water. I give up. I quit. I don't know. But yeah, this one, I don't know, kind of interesting. So these diapers, you can see they're kind of nice inside. They're nice and soft, and they are extra absorbent. They're waddle cut, and so these diapers not only have the 7,000 milliliter capacity, 7,500, and have the cloth back and the hook and loop tapes. They also come in a couple different sizes, so depending on what size you are, you can get your own kind of size. So they do come in size medium, which is 28 to 36 inches, and a size large is 36 to 48 inches, which I wear because large little LL. And then a XL is going to be 48 to 56 inches. And as I always say, size up rather than size down if you're on the cusp. So that way you don't, you got a little wiggle room. You can tighten it, but you can't tighten it too much when you're too big for the diaper, because then it's going to just squeeze ya. So yeah, that being said, I think there's one more print in the package, so we're going to check that one out. So the fifth print has a yellow backpack, a blue blankie, and has the brown shirt and shoes, but that red hair, look, that's bringing my Rugrats paradox back. You really kind of, maybe that one was just Phil in disguise. I don't know, but this one gives me Chucky vibes just a little bit. So just saying, especially now that I think about it, considering that Tommy was basically, having the blue vibes going, and also was the only one that you've seen, I think, wearing an actual diaper. I think that I have my suspicions, as a puppy. I do. But yeah, so that's the final print of these. And I'm just intrigued by them. They're an interesting print. I definitely find them intriguing for sure. So I'm going to toss this over here for my diaper wearing stash, and then I'm going to do what I always do and give my review straight to you. Okay, so our puppy doggy Luna wants to say hi. So hi. Yeah, she's like, what are you doing? What are you doing? I'm being Brownie Shepherd. Yes, I am. So, overall, what is my review of the potty monsters and this little bitty Poochietta in my lap? Well, I'm going to give them both a 5 out of 5. Yeah, that's right. You get a 5 out of 5. Yes, you do sometimes in the morning all day. So, I'm going to give it a 5 out of 5 because, look, I do like the cloth back aesthetic. The print itself, I'm kind of maybe like 3 out of 5, 4 out of 5 on it. It's interesting, but I don't know if it's necessarily my favorite print. Definitely not when you consider that they have stuff like the puppers and stuff, but I definitely don't hate it, okay? And it's a unique aesthetic to have basically a fade and wet design like that. And I definitely do get Rugrats vibes from it, even though more than one character, as my big pointed out, is actually noticeably wearing diapers. I just gravitated toward Tommy because that was the first diaper that I had. I still, with the color schemes, I still get some Rugrats vibes for sure. But, you know, I definitely think that Luna will appreciate me wearing them because, you know, basically that keeps the, you know, that keeps the potty monsters at bay, and it keeps the leaks away from the floor so she doesn't get blamed for any spots on the floor. And also at the same time, she doesn't like going in the bathroom, so if I don't go in there, then neither will she, because that's kind of where the bathtub is and she doesn't like that place. And so yeah, but if you do want to get some of these diapers for yourself, then you can get them on Tykables' website. And do you want down, baby? No? Okay, you were just moving around. Okay, yeah, she's being finicky. I think she wants some den. But anyway, though, you can get them on Tykables' website, and you can get a sample of them for $6, and you can get a pack, which is 10 diapers, and that's going to be $45. Or you can get a half case, which is 40 diapers, and that's going to be about $120. Or you can get a full-blown case and get 80 diapers, and that's going to run you somewhere in the ballpark of $230. Now, keep in mind, like I've always said, that I can only tell you what the prices are today. I can't tell you what they are tomorrow, next week, next year. But what I can tell you is that tomorrow, next week, next year, Luna Dawn is going to be such a good little puppy, and she's going to stay out of the videos, I think, because she gets stuck up here, and then she's like, there's no food up here, and if I lick you, I'm going to get hair in my chomper. But yeah, I hope that you enjoyed this review and enjoyed seeing Looney say bye. Yeah, I'm going to sit her down, and then we're going to go ahead and end the video the way that we always do. And that concludes today's No BS Diaper Review episode. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe because it makes our plushies happy. So until next time, from this crinkly canine to all of you in the No BS crew, stay possum, love life, and play nice. Bye-bye!